You guys, the Wicked movie, she's out. How are we doing? I, for one, have been the biggest Wicked fan, literally ever since I can remember. And let me just say, the movie made this little Wicked fan so happy. I have seen the musical, I think, 4 times, and I have so many favorite songs from the musical. But I thought the songs in the movie are so different. So I thought it would be fun to rank the movie musical songs for Wicked. So let's do it. Now, some of my selections in here may come as a surprise, and I want you to mentally prepare yourself because I am not the conventional Wicked girly. I grew up, and let me just say, No Good Deed was always my favorite song. Never Defying Gravity, never Popular, love those songs, and yes, those songs have absolutely had their moment in my life, but I like to think I'm not super conventional, and this list definitely attests to that. And when I was making the list, I was like, am I really putting these rankings where I am? And it felt right. So without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, though, I just want to say I am excluding 1, Dear Old Shiz, and 2, the Oz Dust song, that's the instrumental. Both beautiful tracks, but it simply would not have been fair to put them into this top 10 ranking. And also, with those songs excluded, we have a gorgeous top 10 list of the Wicked songs. So my bottom 2 are going to come, I feel like they're not going to be a surprise at all because they are the P songs. It is the break song when you need to go refill your icy or take a leak. You are leaving the theater for these 2 songs, and I will not shame you for doing so. But in my 10th spot, actually, I guess it's down here. In my 10th spot, I have Something Bad. Now, let me just say, in the movie, I did like it better than in the musical. In the movie, I thought they reimagined it really beautifully with it was almost like cardboard cutout paper versions of the scenes occurring, kind of like Rapunzel Tangled-esque vibes. But I thought it was really interesting. They also introduced new animal characters in that scene. And they did make it intriguing, but that doesn't keep it from being at my number 10 spot. But what I will say is my number 9, Sentimental Man, is absolutely my least favorite song in the musical version. But in the movie, it intrigued me so much more. I don't know if it was Jeff Goldblum and his wild personality as the wizard, but I think it was more so like Elphaba and Ariana's interest in his song and his storytelling that really made me like Sentimental Man more than Something Bad. My number 8. Now, this one was like an insane shock to me because actually this is one of my all-time favorite songs in the musical. And while I did feel like it was beautiful in the movie, it kind of oh, wow, it's kind of hurting for me to say this, but this song kind of felt like a filler song in the musical. I think in the second act, this is a hint for when it's reprised, I think maybe the reprise will really make a bigger impact on me. But for some reason, I'm Not That Girl didn't quite do it for me in the movie. I loved all the songs. I literally did. I thought they did this musical so flawlessly. I am obsessed. But to me, I'm Not That Girl. That is a song that I would sing crying in the shower when me and my high school boyfriend broke up. Like, that was my go-to jam. So I have a lot of sentimental feelings for that song. And I don't know what it was. Maybe I'll have my moment like later on with this song because I'm ranking these so early. I've had the album for literally 2 days. But I'm Not That Girl is going to be my number 8. My number 7, I know, is a lot of people's favorite song in the musical, but for me, it's never been one of my favorites. It is One short day, if you only have. I thought they did it really beautifully. Primarily the choreography in this song in the movie was incredible. I liked the dynamics. They had all different kinds of choreography. They showed so many different elements of Oz and the Emerald City. It was beautiful. And of course, spoiler alert, we got the big cameo in this song. And the real Wicked fans know we didn't just get 2 cameos. We got 4. 4 cameos. So yeah, One Short Day is my number 7. My number 6, I need you to hold on to your pearls. My number 6 is Defying Gravity. And before you click off of this video and just denounce me forever, I don't know what to tell you guys. Defying Gravity is a really interesting song in the movie. It really, for me, was incredible. Freaking, I was crying. It had me in its clutches. Like, absolutely loved it. But they changed a lot from the musical. And some of the decisions they made, I just don't know if I'm obsessed with. For one, when she's falling and she sees the little girl Elphaba in the mirror, while that was beautiful, it kind of took you out of the momentum that Defying Gravity is building throughout the song. Like, it almost felt like we were like getting to the big climax of the song, and then there would be like another moment when she would shoot off into the sky on her broom, and it kind of just like went womp womp for me. But it was amazing, and I'm listening to it and I'm loving it. But it didn't have that same impact that it has in the musical, but Cynthia slayed the house down. My number 5 is a shock to me. Not a shock to y'all, but it is a shock to me because this is a song I truly don't really think twice about in the musical, but in the movie, tell me why I'm bawling. I've seen the movie twice now. And for some reason, it ignites a fire within, and OMG, I am moved. And that is No One Mourns the Wicked. That is my number 5. They did that song up in the movie. The flaming Elphaba, that vision was masterful. All of the Munchkin people in Munchkin Land ate it up. Ariana gave us a performance in that song, primarily when she says, if y'all don't have any more questions, then I'm gonna go. I loved that. It's giving us a little wink of what we're gonna see from Glinda in Act 2. My number 4 has always been one of my favorites from the musical. And the way they did it in the movie, I thought was just so creative and artful. I keep saying masterful, but like truly, I thought it really played out what I had been envisioning when I was 5 years old, listening to What Is This Feeling? It was that. That is what I've always envisioned. Stunning, beautiful, gorgeous. I love What Is This Feeling? And that is why it is number 4 for me. We're getting into my top 3, and I know we all know what we have left. My number 3 is a song that is so overdone. They have just hit you over the head with it. It is one of the most recognizable musical theater songs of all time. And I certainly thought I will never, ever, ever hear, listen, be floored by this song in any way, in any new way in my life, because it is so freaking overdone. But let me just say, it is not overrated, and that is Popular. Ariana did it in a way that was so beautiful, brought so much energy and so many layers to the song that, to be quite honest, I hadn't even noticed before. I loved the key change at the very end with the la-las, la, 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 la. So good. And I love when she says, just not quite as popular. She just purely made it so her own. And it truly was like I was hearing Popular for the first time. And that's just a feeling you can never get back. Like, absolutely loved. Now, my number 2 and my number 1 are nearly interchangeable. But I have my reasons. Number 2 is Dancing Through Life. Need I say more? Jonathan Bailey. Wow, wow, wow. I love the choreography. I love the set changes. Dancing Through Life has always been my favorite song from, well, one of my favorite songs from Wicked. I keep saying my favorite song. And I loved him dancing on the tables. This man can dance. This man can sing. What can Jonathan Bailey not do? He blew me out of the water. The reason it's 2 and not 1, though, is because they did take so many liberties with this song. And some choices I really, really liked, but other things it just was not how I pictured. For one, like the Ozdas ballroom scene, like the fact that they made it a setting that was outside of Shiz University. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I feel like in the musical, it's just students that are going, and it kind of feels like an off-campus hangout for the students. And so I didn't love the fact that that it was all these adults who were just laughing and being so mean to Elphaba, and that hurt, but they did it so amazingly, and that is why it is my number 2, because it is still so flawless, despite some of the major changes, like taking out, you wear this hat to the party tonight, and I would do anything for you, Miss Galinda. I just love when Bach says Miss Galinda and he didn't say it. But yeah, they took out quite a few things, but they really made it magical. You know, when a movie takes the magic that you see on stage and finds a way to implement it in movie form, that was Dancing Through Life. It had all the magic. Which brings me to my number 1, which of course is The Wizard and I. If you do not feel emboldened and empowered and like you are going to take over the world after hearing Cynthia Erivo belt The Wizard and I, she is running through that field. I am going to recreate that scene in my own life just for fun, because I cannot imagine how freeing that felt for her. And the way they did it was just so lighthearted until the very end. And it really was the first song that put you into Wicked. It showed you what this musical is going to be. And it did it in such a new, stunning way. It was absolutely perfect. And that is why it is my number 1. So those are my Wicked rankings, you guys. This was so hard. Like, I kid you not. When I put I'm Not That Girl that high, they're that low, I was like, I can never recover from this. I do not forgive myself for this. Believe me when I say I love all of these songs. Maybe not Something Bad or Sentimental Man. Like, those are my skips. I'm trying to give them space. I'm trying to hold space for Sentimental Man and Something Bad, because I don't want to dislike a song. And plus, this isn't like we got 11 songs. That's it. So I need to like and appreciate all of them. Anyways, you guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time on From the Mezzanine. Bye.